The objective of this lesson is to learn everything about adding, moving, hiding, unhiding, and deleting sheets. So let's start. The first thing to do is to add a sheet. So to add a sheet, you go down and you have a plus button here. You click on the plus button and you have a new Excel sheet in your workbook. How do I delete a sheet? So basically to delete a sheet, you can click on the sheet and then you right click and then you do delete and then you delete the sheet. How do you hide a sheet? So we add a sheet here, we right click on it and then we press hide and it will be hidden. Now if you want to unhide a sheet, you go on one sheet, you select it, you right click and then you click unhide and then it will show you all the hidden sheets. Here I only have one, so I select this one and I can say OK. How to name a sheet? Here you have a sheet 3. You double click on it and then you write a name. For example, my name. So this is the name of the sheet. How do you color a sheet? So again, you select it, you right click and then you have tab color and then you can select any color you want. You also have more colors here. So you have some standard colors you can select from or custom colors. And in custom colors, you either have lighter or darker shades of a certain color, or you can select your own color, or you use RGB red, green, and blue. If you know, for example, you have a template from your work, you could, for example, just input the RGB colors. And I'm doing here an example of it. For example, here we do 23, and as you can see, it's a different color, so we can use this color. And as you can see, this has been colored. Now, what do you do when you have multiple sheets? So for example, let's add a few sheets, and let's assume that I want to delete those two sheets, sheet 5 and sheet 6. So I select sheet 6, and then I press Ctrl. I keep Ctrl pressed, and then I select my other sheet. Then once I have both selected, I stop pressing on Ctrl, I right click with the mouse, and then I can either click on delete or, for example, hide. I'm going to use hide in this case. So I've hidden those two sheets together. Then to unhide them, I right click here and I click on unhide, and then I do the same thing. I press Ctrl, I select my other sheet and I say OK, and I can unhide two sheets at the same time. The last thing I'm going to show you is to copy paste a sheet. So one thing we're going to do is we right click on a sheet like this one. We have move or copy. So if I want to create a copy, I'm going to say create a copy, and then I can decide where to put it. I'm going to say move to the end, and then I say OK, and now I have a copy of my sheet 5. If I have a sheet here in another workbook, so I have a sheet called move sheet, I want to move it or create a copy even and put it in my other workbook, the initial one. So I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to say move or copy. So here I'm just going to create a copy of it. Instead of book 2, which is the name of this Excel workbook, we're going to select book 1 and then we're going to say move to the end. And if you see, we are now back in book 1 where we have all our sheets and we have this new sheet here that moved at the bottom.